Under its Turkish masters, the Yamaha YZF-R1 demonstrated its value in the WSBK Championship up until last year. Additionally, it profited from a competitive market segment. The universe of the R1 appeared to be upside down as 2024 drew near. The R1 was quickly surpassed both outside of racing and in the WSBK. The YZF was in ruins as the rival really picked up their game. To further tarnish its image, Yamaha then said that it will not be producing any models that complied with Euro 5+ in 2025. But although everyone assumed the R1 would last forever, the 2025 YZF-R1 has already been upgraded. Even with a few significant adjustments that many of us have been requesting, it still appears to be quite similar to what you will receive in 2024. Look at the YZF-R1 from 2015. Doesn't it appear to be almost exactly the same as the existing offering? This is due to the fact that the R1 hasn't had a design change in over 10 years. With the same front and back, the 2025 bike keeps up the pattern. The same taillight and fairing are included, as are the projector headlights that are positioned on each side of the center intake. Inspired by the legendary YZR-M1, when the YZF-R1 was last modified, its competitors didn't give external aerodynamic wings a second thought. The MotoGP motorcycles were actually devoid of wings. However, aerodynamics is receiving a lot of attention these days. Superbikes with aerodynamics are available from Ducati, Aprilia, Honda, and BMW to assist keep the nose down. For My 25, Team Blue eventually joins the fun. The R1 is inspired by Yamaha's current YZR-M1, which has undergone extensive aero development. These wings may seem like an afterthought from some perspectives, but they're among the largest available right now. But they ought to be alright as long as they function. On a leader-class monster, electronics are still necessary to prevent you from taking off for the moon, no matter how amazing the aero is. In this sense, the current generation YZF-R1 is rather well-rounded, and the 2025 model keeps everything about it unaltered. Even while some of it isn't as advanced as its European competitors, you still get a lot of stuff. The 998cc inline-4 engine from Yamaha will still be in use in 2025. The engine continues to produce 197 horsepower and 83 pound-feet of torque, which is all sent to the wheels via a 6-speed gearbox. Although it can compete with its Japanese equivalents, the Ducati Panigale V4 and BMW S1000RR are regrettably a step above, which all fall short of the R1 by at least 10 horsepower. At the very least, we think Yamaha ought to have attempted to surpass the 200 horsepower threshold. The suspension has been completely redesigned for the My 25, although the engine is still the same. You now receive a new monoshock and a KYB 43mm USD fork, both of which are completely adjustable. Specifically, the fork has independent adjustment, while the other fork assists in adjusting the high and low speed compression damping. The right fork controls rebound at both high and low speeds. Given how outdated the prior package was, this upgrade was badly required. With regard to its age, the YZF-R1 now boasts modernized anchors. Although the disc brakes remain the same, 220mm at the back and 320mm up front. The front end now has a Brembo master cylinders and a Brembo-style monoblock Bridgestone RS11 tires, and this should provide excellent stopping power. For comparison, the R1 has been using 4 piston calipers without a name for over 10 years. The aluminum perimeter frame is used in conjunction with all of the aforementioned mechanical modifications. Similar to the 2015 R1, the chassis employs the engine as a stressed element. It has an aluminum fuel tank and the same 17-inch, 10-spoke wheels. It is said that the latter weighs 3.5 pounds less than its steel equivalent. In terms of weight, The 2025 YZF-R1 is positioned in the center of the leader class market. While it is lighter than the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R, it is a few pounds heavier than the CBR 1000 RRR Fireblade SP, Ducati Panigale V4, and Aprilia RSV4 1100. There are two versions of Yamaha's flagship superbike, the YZF-R1 and the YZF-R1M. For most of us, the distinctions between the two aren't that great. The latter is the better option, though, if all you want is something inexpensive. The M continues to provide Ohlins electronic suspension, carbon fiber bodywork, and a unique blue decal livery. Yamaha is asking for over $9,000 in exchange for all of this. The upgrades aren't that significant, let's face it. You'll be relieved to hear that there has been a significant price rise. At $18,999, the R1 retails for a price that is $600 more than the 2024 model. Compared to the BMW S1000RR and Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R, that is somewhat more costly. In the meanwhile, the R1M costs $27,699. By Japanese motorbike standards, that's a very high price tag, but we believe the improvements make it somewhat more reasonable. Particularly in light of the discontinuation of the GSX-R 1000 and CBR 1000RR. In a market where V4 bikes are quickly taking over, this is one of the few fully four-cylinder motorcycles.